alcoholic addict.
Welcome to Recovering Addict. I'm LT.
An alcoholic addict.
Who are you?
You left me in suspense.
I know, I just didn't want to say it that time.
I know, it was weird.
It's kind of weird.
It blopped out of my mouth.
Is that something I need to keep saying the rest of my life, or do I really identify as an alcoholic addict?
That's
It's a part of me.
It's up to you.
I got a
guess.
torn ACL and had surgery. I'm
My
LT
name's
and I have a
LT.
new ACL.
That's how you identify.
I'm LT and I have a bad knee and I have to wear my brace.
I'm Felice and my back hurts.
Yeah. But it's true. I'm a freaking alcoholic addict. 2 times in my life, I've hit rock bottom. Early 2000s was meth, and I went crazy wild. I ran into a buddy of mine the other day at the gas station, and man, we reminisced about some of that life that he was actually a witness to. He's a police officer now. He works out in Park City. But he witnessed, and we're good friends. We always, we got each other's back still to this day, but man, he reminded me of a few stories that I was like, man, I can't believe that I was there like that. He's like, dude, I was running from the cops this one time and kind of swung through his house. And he said, I left a pair of socks on his floor in his bedroom. And he said they were the most disgusting socks he had ever seen. They were permanently shaped as a foot and stunk up the whole place. That just tells you my hygiene at the time. And it wasn't long after that.
At the time.
Hey, I'm clean now. I shaved my head and everything. But at that time, man, I remember when I finally got arrested and I got locked up for my year, I was getting patted down. You know, the cop pulls into the police station. They're putting you through booking. They're doing all the pat downs, right? And he pulls up my pant legs and he's like, no socks? Ooh, I got to have socks. And I think I've heard this before if you've been watching, but it was like, oh, duh, I don't wear socks. Socks are stupid. You know what I mean? Hey, Sam, welcome to the show. Insane stories, man. I was on the run from a bounty hunter, and I was on my way to catch a train, Union Pacific train that was heading south. My cousin in Vegas was there ready to pick me up. I knew where to hide. I knew which car to get on. My cousin was an engineer for the UP. He's like, hide here. My cousin's like, what time are you going to be here? And then in the middle of almost getting to that train, my brother calls me and he's like, hey, dumbass, you better call and thank mom. She just paid that guy and he's off your tail now. Because I had this bounty hunter that was just 2 steps. I'm telling you, 2 steps behind me. At the same time, it's a crazy story, but I was enjoying the freaking adrenaline rush, the run, the race, the light. You get addicted to that lifestyle. And that builds a personality in you of survival and crazy and adrenaline, drugs, what's next, what's scheme, what's scam, how can I steal, what can I do? And then you try to get clean and you're like, how do I live a normal life now? You know? And I got scared straight that time. Then in my late 30s, I became a raging fifth-of-night alcoholic, especially after an accident with our son. If you know this show, you know that whole story. That justified me giving up on life pretty much. I just did bare minimum to survive each day, and I was miserable. Man, I got sick and tired of being sick and tired, checked myself into detox. I went to 2 different IOPs, and here I am, almost 2 years clean off of alcohol, 18 plus off meth. And I wouldn't trade it for the world. And you know what? I was like, thank God for all my mistakes, even up to like, you know, this present moment, all the mistakes I've made in recovery, because I wouldn't be who I am now. And I wouldn't be making the choices I'd be making. My eyes would be, you know, they wouldn't be as wide open as they are now. So I'm grateful. Promises of the 9th step. We will not be ashamed nor shut the door on the past. And now we can get up here and talk and break a stigma and say, hey, look, it happens. Let's talk about it.
Here we are recovering together.
Yeah, it's amazing. We were watching some show today about veterans that were injured, and this one guy got his leg blown off and his eye blown out. He was trying to be a tough guy, and he got inspired by Lieutenant Dan off Forrest Gump.
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah, and that dude's amazing too. He's actually helping those people out a lot. But his thing was like, you got to get with people that will support you, and you just have to talk about it. You can't just sit and dwell in it. It does not get better. We're made to be connected, right? The opposite of addiction is connection here at Recovering Addict. That's what we do. We have a huge platform of Facebook pages and groups, and the Discord is definitely where you want to be. That's where the rubber meets the road. We have daily Zoom meetings. I'm about to start up a class again. We're going to be going through workbooks like this. Tonight, we're going through staying sober. We're on page 83 if anybody's following along, and we're talking about 6 different processes in the developmental stages, I should say, the developmental stages of recovery. You have your, let me show you a little picture. I'll show you. You can even screenshot this if you want. A little picture right here. You see this over here, this side, pre-treatment, right? That's when you're in the middle of addiction. Then you have a motivational crisis. Whatever that may be for you. The day that you got sick and tired of being sick and tired and you quit, that was your motivational crisis. And then what I'm really getting out of this book this time through is this stabilization period here. Not many people realize that this is not really recovery. You're not quite in recovery. You're recovering. I guess you could say you are. But you're in stabilization mode. You're going through withdrawals. You're going through waking up to the fact that you just lit a bunch of bridges on fire or whatever it may be. You're waking up to start thinking clearly and looking at your life. And then you take this little growth path into early recovery and you start working a program. Here, you're just learning, right? You're coming out of the water. You're finally breathing some fresh air. You're getting around a bunch of people that are helping you get through the rough stuff. You know, like me, I had to lean on chocolate and all that stuff to get off alcohol because of the sugar withdrawals as well. And then finally, once my IOP kicked in and the stuff that was entered into my brain started getting into my heart, I entered into early recovery. And then middle recovery, made a bunch of mistakes right here in middle recovery. And then I'm getting into this late recovery, which then turns into maintenance. And we got to remember that recovery from the addictive disease is not a process of a straight line growth. It doesn't look like that part on the left side of your screen. It looks like the right side. It's a progress like this, right? Up and down, back and forth. Learn this, learn that, fail, start over, try again, learn some new things. And that's what recovery is. And so that's what we're going to go through tonight. We're going to look at the middle stages of recovery and what that entails. I want to read some news for you really quick. There's a law that just passed. And if you guys are in treatment, this may in fact impact you. It says 2 important state bills drafted to help support those recovering from substance abuse issues and their families received anonymous endorsement in the state and House and the Senate. And they have been signed into law by Governor Tom Wolf. One of those laws introduced by these guys, blah, 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 aims to protect the safety of the people who decide to leave addiction treatment facilities against medical advice by requiring these facilities to immediately notify approved family or support contact person. If a person in the treatment leaves the facility previously, facilities were not required to make a notification. So, hey, doc, I'm good. I'm out of here. Sir, that's a bad idea. Doc, I'm good. I got 30 days clean. I know what I'm doing now. Sir, that's not a good idea. Doc, I'm out. Peace. Doc's like, all right, nothing I can do now. Guess who's waiting in the parking lot to pick him up? Drug dealer, right? That kind of stuff, which has led to a lot of overdoses. You get 30, 60 days clean. You leave treatment thinking you're good. You go bang a shot like you're used to. Blap. Oh, what's fentanyl? That's out on the streets like crazy today. Won't even know what that stuff is. You know what I mean? It says the person is often picked up by their dealer or enabled while the family believes that they are still safe. So Nielsen wrote in a memo to fellow lawmakers, this notification gap has resulted in overdose deaths and young women who have also been victimized and lured into prostitution. It is not too dramatic to state that this is a life and death matter. Recovery is a life or death matter. We've said that many times. Your next shot could be your last shot. You could go out and drink yourself to death. Your tolerance isn't what it used to be, right? And you go pick back up and, and maybe you don't die that first night, but you're going to have another couple years of misery till you pull your head out, or in there somewhere is your last shot. It says, for many, this could be what makes the difference between life and death. Family and loved ones having the knowledge that the person has stepped out of recovery. So it's a good thing. Hey, doc, I'm good. Don't think you are, sir. I'm good. All right. See ya. Ring. We just want you to know, against our wishes, this person has left recovery. Just to let you know. Okay. All right, cool. Click. Oh, mom and dad are, shitty phone call to receive, but at the same time, maybe that family could reach out and say, hey, not cool.
Yeah.
Get back to recovery.
Helps with that accountability portion.
Accountability.
Like, they'll never know I left.
Right.
Now they do.
Yep. Now they do. Heck yeah. So I'm going to shut up and let Fleece say what's up to everybody.
Oh, so many people to say hello to. First one, though, is Jim Hartley. It's okay that you missed the Zoom. Old Jimbo dropped 15 more days, guys. 15 more days. We'll have something special for you, Jim.
Senior decade.
He'll have 10 years all. We got Soupy. Good to see you tonight, Soupy. 3 weeks more night shift. I'm back in days. Nice. Winning by staying the course in recovery.
Heck yeah, Soup. How's that gym treating you?
Gym time. Late week. Cherie. Love you, lady. Welcome from Australia. What is up, Michael Teeter? Good to see you tonight. Stephanie, I haven't seen you in a while. I'm glad you're in here.
Heck yeah.
Marilyn, always a pleasure with your purple M&M. Bradley.
What's up, dog?
Everybody give Bradley a little bit of love. Jamie Rose H. Well, hello, Jamie Rose H. It's good to see
cool.
you.
Jamie's here. I've seen her in the Zoom meeting. She's like making more of a commitment to her recovery.
Oh, atta girl. What's up, Sam?
How you doing?
Good to see you here, Sam. Facebook user. This is our private Facebook page. So if you want to remain anonymous, you may post in there. If you wish us to know your name, allow StreamYard to do so.
Yep.
Who else we have? Terrence. Hey, I feel like it's been a minute. Terrence, how's everybody doing? How's where are you staying? Can't remember, but let me know how it's going. Patrice, hashtag share squad. I saw that in there. Thank you very much. Mo, good to see you.
Hey Mo.
There it is. Hashtag share squad.
Did you see the pictures in Discord that Mo made that cake?
No. I seen some of her.
Look at this cake she made. Hold on. Look at this cake.
Oh my god. You made
I'm
that?
gonna screen share that just because it's so freaking beautiful.
It looks delicious. Can you just send us one by next Saturday?
Look at this thing.
Would be great.
What? You kidding me?
That looks delicious. I'm gonna give it to Steph and have her make us one.
Yeah, send that to Steph. I bet she could do one. I would eat that on a Monday.
Okay. But tell us what's in it. Like, what's the flavors?
Thank you, Brad. I love you.
Delicious. Larry.
Hey, Larry
Trujillo.
¿Qué pasa?
Nicole Rollo, thank you for the wonderful gifts. You see behind us the talented Rollo. Thank you.
By the way, Nicole, our little niece was over, and she hates when I cuss. And if I say a bad word, it doesn't matter if it's even the A word, right? She sings a little song. If you're happy and you know it, slap Uncle T. Every time I swear. All of a sudden, I'm over here in the living room watching TV, and she's over here looking at all this stuff, you know. She comes over there. She's upset. I'm like, what? She's like, those pictures. If you're happy and you know it, slap out T. I was like, a friend sent them to us.
I didn't even say it. And I must add that I love that she has started calling you Uncle Leonard when you don't listen. When you don't turn, she's like, Uncle T, Uncle Leonard. It's adorable. Bonnie is reading Staying Sober now.
Sweet.
And Patrice got her workbook last week.
Yeah, sweet.
Very cool.
Tell me what you think about it. I'm going through it right now, too.
Let's see. Who else we got today? Did I say hi to you, Leslie? Pretty sure I did. Said hi to Brad. Ingrid. Ingy. Okay. Coffee cake with caramel in the middle and buttercream frosting. Oh, my gosh.
Homer Simpson.
We
right
hungry. Oh, Joni's here.
Hey, Joni Waterman.
What's up, Adrian?
So,
I can see your name now.
Who's in the house? Like, Mad? Are you in the house? We have a member in here who's been a member for a long time. We've seen the ups. We've seen the downs. We have actually seen this recovery go on. And they have seen that recovery go on like that with me as well. Thank you, Brad. I love that comment.
Oh, Merk's here. Merk. Where's Mad?
Merk. And we've made a special video for her because just not too long ago, This is the 21st of this month. 4 days ago. Yep, she's here.
And I missed you. If I missed you on the hellos, hello now.
And
okay,
she's got a year clean off her DOC.
She does.
That is amazing. So everybody in the chat, drop a awesome to Mad. We know her as Mad. You guys might know her as Amanda Grubbs, but I like Mad better. So we made a little thing, made a little video, and we would like to play that for you all right now. Let's see your best Mad face. Let's see your best Mad face. See yours. Mad face.
Was it good?
Whoa, 1 year.
12 months. 52 weeks. 365 days.
525,600 minutes.
Oh.
Wow.
Mad, the shout outs to you. You've been in our community for a long time. Like I think you were like one of the first ones, if I remember right.
Yep.
Maybe.
No, Uno.
Was she?
She's probably our biggest fan.
Wow. I don't know how long you've been here, but it's amazing. It's been almost 2 years we've known each other via Zoom. I feel like you're a really good friend of ours now. We'd love to meet you in person one day, but we want to shout out and say congratulations to you for achieving 1 year clean. I know it's a few days ago, but this is for you because we love you.
We love you, man. All the ups and downs. Got to go with loves and runs.
What do you guys think about 1 year clean off drugs and alcohol after dealing with dad?
Keep coming back. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Crazy.
That's awesome.
It's awesome. And of course, we have to play this video. Sean made it, and it's for you.
Just in a year, congratulations, life and cheers, sobriety is here, 'cause we recover better together, and there's nothing to fear, keep it moving, it'll all be clear, here's a cheer, here's a cheer, here's a song, here's a song.
Yes.
Ah, Mad, you bring joy to our hearts.
We love
Thank
you,
so
Mad.
much for being a part of this community, being an inspiration. I've heard you give some amazing advice, and I know through paying it forward type stuff in the Zoom meetings and stuff that you are actually helping inspire a lot of people to continue and keep on going and growing. I love watching you grow, and we're really just happy that you're here.
That is definitely the first single from Recovering Addict Records.
Yes.
Sean's the label guy.
Sean's our guy. We're going to sign him.
He's our first signee.
Yeah, she deserves. I wish we could do more from here, but yeah, no. We do what we can.
We too far away.
All right, let's get into our first little step here. Page 87. Remember the stabilization period, okay? You got your pre-treatment. That's addiction. That's the crap that sucked. That's why we are the way we are now. And then you have your motivational crisis, and now you're moving into stabilization. Stabilization can last quite some time.
Thank you,
It's
Soupy.
subjective. Thank you very much, Soupy, for the super sticker from Michael Soupy. Appreciate that a ton, brother. And the stabilization period, you got to kind of like, when you think about recovery, you think about what you're about to go through. And one thing you can't do is compare your recovery to somebody else, okay? Because you are not me. I am not you. You're not the person next to you or anybody else around you. You are you, and you did what you did to yourself. What I mean by that is the stabilization period could be longer or shorter, depending on who you are and what you did. Say you are a 60-year-old man, it doesn't matter what gender, and you drank for 30 years, right? And now you have a stabilization period and a healing process of a 30-year addiction. Say that you did heroin just for 2 years, but you did a lot. Now you got to think about what heroin does to your body. what are the long-term effects of heroin and actually healing from this. So the stabilization period could vary, right? Before you start entering into good, solid recovery. And now we move from that stabilization period. Our withdrawals are subsiding, definitely the stuff's out of our system. Our mind's starting to think clearly. You want recovery. You are seeing a benefit in this lifestyle of being sober. You don't want to go back, and you enter into early recovery, right? Remember, real quick, stabilization, and the goal is regaining control of thought processes. Okay, you're regaining control. You're regaining your thought process, your emotional processes. Oh, all of a sudden, the way that you react emotionally, your memory and judgment, and also behavior. And then you enter into this early recovery period. During the early recovery period, the major goal is accepting the disease of addiction and learning how to function without drugs and alcohol. So what do you do on a daily basis that you only did when you were drunk, right? And we're talking about hobbies here. We're talking about places you go and people you visit. Do you go out to baseball games? We just went out to a baseball game last weekend, and we didn't drink, but during my addiction, I would have been drinking. I'd have been drinking the whole night. And then I would have stopped and got whiskey and beer, and the party wouldn't have ended until I woke up like, what happened last night? But I learned how to go have fun without it. And you know what? A lot of people say I needed a social encouragement. They play this song at the baseball stadiums to get everybody. You know how how sports stadiums and stuff are. What's that song?
Neil Diamond.
That Neil Diamond one? What?
Is that the one you're thinking?
No.
That's the one I remember singing. Bum, bum,
Yeah.
bum. That's Neil Diamond.
That's Neil Diamond?
Yeah. Isn't it?
Oh, I don't think so.
Now you got me questioning my
Sing the song.
All I remember is bum, bum,
Ba,
bum.
ba, ba.
Good times never felt so good.
So good.
So good.
Yeah, and
That's
guess
Neil
what?
Diamond.
We didn't need to be drunk to sing that. And we were up on the top, like looking over, and we were singing it loud, and there's guys across laughing and throwing their hands up. And we were sober, completely sober, and had just as much fun. And then guess what? I got in the car and I drove, and we went home, and then we woke up early and we went freaking hiking. It was amazing. So doing stuff like that. And that's what you have to do in early recovery, right? You have to accept this thing you have. You're an addict. You're not an average temperate drinker. Like injecting heroin into your veins is something positive anyway. You know what I mean? But you learn how to function without drugs and alcohol. And return to health is prompted by recuperation from serious physical and psychosocial damages caused by the addictive disease. Okay? Remember we talked about that. Anything to say? Anything
Just that it was Neil Diamond.
It is Neil Diamond? Sweet Caroline. That's right. Sweet Caroline. Ba, ba, ba. We sang that one too. Take me out to the... Yeah, and I've been watching baseball. Freaking Quinn got me back into watching baseball. We got to figure out a way to enjoy life without giving in to temptation. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, what's up, WM Roofing? We remember you.
Oh, cool. Go ahead.
I got your Gus, been hit or miss getting on here, catching these meetups. You may remember me, I don't know, but want to say keep up the videos. You guys are saving lives. I'm still struggling. It's hard to learn.
It is.
It is.
It's a learning process. It goes the rest of our lives. I love that little meme that I stole and posted on our group, but it was like, oh, 9th step, 10th step, I'm almost there. Yay, I did it. And then all of a sudden it goes down and you're like, the mountain just keeps going life on life's terms.
Yeah. But all those skills are everything you need to be able to do life on life's terms without having to use.
Every drunk person screaming at the top of their lungs too, I'll bet.
Oh, right.
So yeah, and then after that, early recovery, right? Early recovery, remember, is accepting the disease of addiction and learning to function without drugs and alcohol. All right, now I'm functioning. I got to get to work. Say you're a construction worker like I was. And this was hard for me. I wasn't drinking at the time, but I was smoking pot daily. I had a little box, one hitter, and it was just hit a weed, cigarette, hit a weed, cigarette all day long. And I'd get to the wall, we're doing construction, whatever part of the process I was in, I'd have to get stoned before I did it. Then it was time to get clean and get a drug test. And just going to work and having to get rid of weed made my job suck. And that's another part of it. If you are used to working high and drunk or whatever to do your job, you're going to have that to battle and get through. You're going to have to relearn how to do it energized without the drugs or alcohol. Then you enter into middle recovery. During the middle recovery period, the primary goal is lifestyle change. You're stabilized, right? You're coming through the withdrawals. You enter into early recovery. You're starting to learn how to do things without drugs and alcohol. And now it's time to change the lifestyle. So ask yourself, and actually just journal this out this week until, there's our little new puppy barking in the background, until next Sunday. Every day, just kind of write down I was thinking about putting this in our relapse prevention model and our plan that we are going to start doing when I start that class again. But you could journal out your week. Just write down what you do and at what times. And then throughout the week, and look at your habits and your routines. And look inside there at what you can change your lifestyle to improve it just a little better, right? We want every week, every day, just to be 1% better than it was yesterday by our small goals and improvements that we're making. And so once you decide you want a lifestyle change, just make a little list. Like at 8 o'clock, I want to do this. At 10 o'clock, I want to do this. And, and later that evening, I want to hit this one. And start making that a habit. 14 to 21 days later, it becomes a habit. Your lifestyle starts to change. That is the primary goal of this middle recovery. You have established an addiction-centered lifestyle. You've already done that. A lifestyle that requires the use of addictive chemicals in order to manage the stress that has resulted from addiction. In early recovery, your addictive lifestyle was replaced by a structured recovery program that was developed by treatment people, helping you to begin recovery. In middle recovery, the challenge is to gradually develop a normal, balanced lifestyle that is sobriety-centered. A balanced, normal lifestyle that's sobriety-centered. You want to address anything?
Yeah, there's a question from Hashir. How to take the initial step for quitting smoking.
Quitting smoking was the hardest thing for me to do. I was 28 years old when I quit smoking cigarettes. I quit for 10 years, and then my son was in that accident, and I went and had a cigarette, and I picked up a pack and a half a day habit again, and then I just couldn't stand the way it smelled and tasted, so I switched to vaping, and now I'm on vaping. But the way that I quit smoking the first time is I took one of those prime times. This is how I did it. Quitting smoking, that is difficult. I put a prime time behind my ear in this little plastic tube, and when I started and I would just take it out and chew on it, and I'd put it back, and I never lit it. And then eventually it just got easier and easier and easier, and until it was like, oh, those things stink. I smell like that. Oh, my car stinks. And then you kind of get over it. But quitting smoking, I mean, there's tools you can set yourself up with. There's support groups, like ours. Join us if you're having a hard time, and just call somebody and talk it through. You're going to have to learn how to develop mechanisms to the hand-to-mouth thing. The sight of the smoke coming out of your mouth is part of the addiction. And then you have receptor cells in your brain, receiving sight, sound, your receptor cells. And when you smoke, nicotine blocks those receptor cells. That's why you get that a little bit of euphoric calmness from it, right? And so your body produces more receptor cells, so you end up smoking more, right? That's why you end up to a pack and a half a day like me. And once you quit, all of a sudden you have a whole bunch of receptor cells that are recepting a lot of information, and now you feel overly stressed. I haven't had a cigarette. That's why the Nicky fits come in, right? That's Teeter on every morning before when I send him a meme that he's not ready for. You got to calm them receptor cells down. And so to get that balanced receptor cell Google it. I don't know how long it takes for receptor cells to get back to normal after quitting smoking, but that's the battle. And it's willpower, and it's support groups and staying strong. It's not easy. Anything you do is going to be a lifestyle change. You want to get healthy and fit. You want to start eating clean and working out and get in shape. It's a lifestyle change. You can't just do some things and keep living the same lifestyle and expect results.
Right.
No matter what you do. And recovery is the same thing. You have to change lifestyle. So if you're in this now, up to a year and a half, 2 years, you're ready into this middle ground where it's time to start making lifestyle change. And I'm going to really start hounding fitness. You are literally cheating yourself if you're not getting out there and getting 10, 20 minutes of exercise every single day. That I just read some articles earlier about this recovery program that's starting this bicycle thing. And one doctor was saying that exercise is just as beneficial as any medication because of what it does with the way that it creates, it gets the body tired so you can sleep better. It releases endorphins to make you feel good. It releases pain killers, when you're working out. So if you're not exercising, you're cheating yourself into a better recovery program. These steps in this process that we're talking about here in recovery, from stabilization to maintenance, the years and years that it takes to go through that, you can speed it up by changing your lifestyle to a more healthy, clean, balanced, disciplined, scheduled lifestyle. And I noticed that since I've been tracking my calories, getting out, this is just what I do because this is the goals that I have. I want to get down to 190 pounds and I want to look good, physically. I want to feel good. I don't want to snore at night because my face is all fat.
Fat face.
Fat face. And so ever since I've been tracking my calories, I work out 6 days a week. I feel much better. And my sleep is at every pound that I've lost 10 pounds now since I started this about a month ago. My sleep is even better. Plus getting diagnosed with sleep apnea and having a machine that's very hard to get used to. I'm trying, I'm still struggling with that, but my sleep has improved. So it's a lifestyle change. And if you're not making these changes, and that's why I say every day has got to be 1% better than the day before. If you're not making these changes, you're going to drag on this recovery process and it's going to make it harder and more easy to slip back into relapse. What we're doing here at Recovering Addict is we want to teach you how to live life on life's terms. This is the stuff that you need to do. So think about this week to come and say, I want to change just one small thing this week. At nighttime, instead of eating 5 pieces of pizza, if that's what your diet is, and I'm not judging you if it is, instead of eating 5 pieces of pizza, say, I'm going to eat 3 pieces of pizza and a few pieces of chicken, and eat the chicken first so that you have that food that's going to give you that feeling of hunger, to stop the hunger. And then when you get to the pizza, it's not going to be as appetizing. You know what I mean? And then you're going to get that high protein, low carb. Just start making tiny little changes. If you have a cup of ranch on your salad like I did, cut it to a half a cup. And then the next week, another half a cup.
I concur. Update on WM Roofing. I went 13 days, then missed the morning takeoff. I went back to square one.
That's okay.
Right. I am there. Like, how do I work daily on drug-free energy? It's like brushing teeth every day. Wake up, feel like it's a necessity.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
I went to the doc like you recommended. Got a script for
ibuprofen,
which he said I will get energy from it and it'll help cravings. Well, since I fell off again, it's not working. Keep getting back on that horse, man. Keep trying. Not like you lost all the ground you gained.
Yeah, pick yourself up, and you still have all that recovery you learned.
Yeah, the knowledge is still there. Just keep going. I saw a new person jumped in, Dustin Elliott.
Dustin,
time on here. Where are you guys out of?
We are in Utah, Mr. Elliott. Thank you for joining us, Lit, and thank you for saying hello. Drop us a little tidbit about you, and we can shout you out and congratulate you on your recovery and how'd you find us and all that good stuff, if you want to. If not, just keep listening. We are talking recovery.
Yeah, I'm glad you could make it, Jenny Taylor.
Jenny Taylor.
She's been reaching out. I finally got to catch a live. You guys are awesome, and everyone in our family is amazing. I'm learning so much. I'm educating myself and want to be ready to help my AH through his journey. That's really the best you can do right there, is just keep educating yourself on how to help. Because all the things you thought you knew about helping are usually the wrong things. So you have to re-educate yourself on the right things to do.
Yep.
And then you'll see changes. And thank you, Marilyn. Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible.
Amen.
Ah, thank you, sir.
Oh, thank you, brother.
We
Sister,
appreciate
whatever
you.
you are. Just kidding. Just
Are you
kidding.
are you in our Discord? I'm gonna drop that link. If not, please join.
Yeah. Join our Discord if you are not in there already. The Discord is definitely where you want to be. The Discord, like I said, we get to know each other well enough in there to get on each other's nerves. And sometimes it happens. Me and my aunt got a little tissy yesterday at our 1 o'clock meeting right before it started. And it's what we do. We're humans, right? And after the meeting was over, I called her. I apologized. We made up. Everything's all good.
Yeah. Nicole said that drug didn't work for her either. Therapy is what has teaching me how to retrain my brain. I think that's kind of a big thing right there. If you don't know the right thought processes and stuff, then the medicine's just not going to help.
And even if you get along with everybody in the Discord, you won't get along with Brad. Mo's got it right. We get on each other's nerves, especially Brad gets on our nerves. No doubt about it, Mo. I 100% agree.
Jim says Discord is my Facebook.
Discord is awesome. It's organized Facebook, man. You go to the left side, everything's right there. We post photos, pictures, we talk, and every day a 1 o'clock meeting pops up in there. Sometimes we can make it, sometimes we can't. It's all good. Back to recovery.
I'm going to put that Discord link in there.
So, middle recovery. You are well and stable, right? And you have worked through the issues of acceptance of your addiction. Okay, you're beyond that. You accept it, like me. People ask, "Hey, LT, what's your view on weed?" I'm like, well, personally, I can't smoke weed because it becomes an everyday habit for me. And then I am just chasing the habit, and then I don't do anything unless I'm stoned. I don't go out in public unless I'm stoned. I can't get creative and play music or make videos unless I'm stoned. For me, I can't do it. I've accepted the fact that I'm a zero tolerance. I'm an abstinence person. I promote it, and that's the lifestyle I have to live. I can't take any. I can't. I just can't do it. It becomes a habit to me. And I've accepted that. And now, in this middle stage, you are ready to reduce your hours in therapy and establish a pattern of normal living. It's time to get onto a good normal life. You're starting to be able to take care of yourself. You got wings, you can fly, all that kind of stuff, right?
I believe
Instead of focusing on not using, you focus on normal life issues. Remember when you first quit, it's just like, oh, how do I stay quit? How do I stay quit? That's how I was. I remember I was just like, oh my God, I need a drink today. Holy crap. Like everything inside me was drink. Got on a Facebook page in a group. I said, I need to drink right now. Like, and boom, bunch of support comments. One of them stands out in my mind, and I say it all the time. It said, go get a chocolate milkshake. I did. Ease that craving. Got me through that 24. Woke up the next day. Another battle, right? Every 24, one day at a time. Instead of focusing on not using, you focus on normal life issues like your job and your family. It's a good place to be. As an addicted person, it is typical for you to establish an addiction-centered lifestyle. Even though you are now abstinent, this is accomplished by using other addictions in place of the original addiction. The goal is to establish a balanced lifestyle that is addiction-free and based upon sobriety-centered values and activities. So instead of being addicted to the drugs and doing that at night, like I would go to work on my way home, exact same freaking routine every night, hit the liquor store on my way home. I didn't want to do anything or be bothered by nobody because I wanted to get in the basement and start drinking my pint of whiskey. That's it. And anything that hindered or slowed that time down for me to get into the liquor store and to the basement, I was pissed. And now we come home, we do our chores, we've got our little daily routine. At nighttime, we go work out, we have a little group meeting together, we come home, we feel good, the scale's dropping, our health is increasing. And so when I first started this journey in sobriety, before I had my motivational crisis, right, and I actually got sober, I went and got my blood drawn. The doctor looked at my blood and was just like, how much do you drink? Like, you want to watch your kids grow up? You want to live another 10 years? You need to quit now. And he was like, chew my ass serious. And so, things happened. I got sober, went and got my blood tested again. Hey, your enzymes are looking better, but look at all this other stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, my D levels, my vitamin Bs, and every vitamin and, everything, cholesterol's up, everything's
He's
down.
malnourished.
Here I am a couple years later after some clean living, plenty of exercise. Last Zoom meeting I had with my doc after a blood draw, he was like, dude, your levels look amazing. And it's just like, I'm like, yeah, like, it was because of you. You told me you're a part of my story. Like, because of that harsh ass chewing I took from him seeing my enzyme levels from drinking is part of the story. And now he gets to look at me and go, dude, you're growing and it's good. You're healthy. Probably going to live a little longer now. Anything else?
Thank you, Jim. LT, your family just seems so happy all the time. Good for you, brother.
Yeah, we try to be. I mean, time on earth is short. We're not going to be remembered in 5-6 generations from now. Maybe a couple pictures, maybe a video, but nobody's going to know us and remember us. Let's live happy in the moment. I was watching a movie yesterday, and this guy had cancer, and he's just like, look at life. What's the difference between my life and your life? And he equated it to random chance. And he's like, nobody realizes, until they face death or they have some life-changing moment, how amazing and how beautiful this present moment is.
Mm-hmm.
Just stay in the present. Looking in the past and worrying, it does not help anybody. It does not do any good for your stress levels or your anxiety or your heart to look past, right? And then to future trip and worry is nothing good either. But if you can get yourself in a balanced lifestyle where every present moment you can just stop, like right now, and enjoy and continue the progress. You're going to have bad days and good days. All right. This isn't heaven. This isn't a pink cloud, but we want to live a balanced lifestyle to set us up for the very best life we can have every present moment. And that's my goal.
It's a great goal. Dustin said, thanks for having you. I'm currently in treatment in Kansas City. Geesh told me about you guys.
Oh, cool, dude.
Very cool. We like Geesh.
Love Geesh. Love Geesh. She's awesome.
A funny guy right there.
You want to talk to this one?
All we have is now. Is that one? Or that one's way up there. Oh.
How do you go ahead?
How do you confront a female that's new to the program and she been complaining about everything I do? I tried to humble myself, but sometimes I have to walk away because I know she's been talking about me behind my back to about how I am, and I'm dealing with a divorce and I don't want to snap at her.
Who gives a crap what other people think about you or say behind your back? And on top of that, what other people's opinions are about you is none of your business. Don't worry about what they're saying. And about the complaining, I get that because I used to work on base, and that's all they do on there is complain.
All the time.
And I got tired of it. Like, it would make my blood boil. So I came up with this little thing. People would complain to me, and I'd go up to them and I'd say, do you have a solution? And they'd go, huh? I go, then you're just bitching. Shut your mouth. So if you're complaining without a solution to fix the problem you're complaining about, you're just bitching and whining and crying. Shut up. And I'm kind of a jerk and kind of forward like that. But they shut up, and they had a little different look on their face when I walked away. And then guess what? They stopped complaining around me because I'd ask them, what are you going to do about it? Oh, yeah, what are you going to do about it? Oh, that's a good freaking problem. What are you going to do about it? And then when people come up and ask you, hey, did you hear this about that person? Is this good for me? Is this good for them? And do you even know if it's true? No, I better not. I'm like, yeah, I don't gossip. Sorry. And they stop coming to you with that stuff. And that's just drawing boundaries in your lifestyle. I don't want to be around people I have to walk on eggshells around. And I don't want to be around negative people that bring me down. I'll be around them if they don't want to be like that. But if they're going to have that behavior, I won't have any part of it. And I'll make it very clear and known that I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yes. And, once people quit getting the reaction that they're looking for, they eventually just quit. They quit bugging you because you're not giving them what they want.
Ooh. Brad just made a pile of cheese.
I love piles of cheese. Great advice. They don't really matter. And most are just wannabe fans.
Yeah.
And welcome, Jeanette.
Jeanette, man, I haven't seen her for a while.
Just got home from my family's back
Awesome.
home. Oh, very cool. I saw Grandma Kitty on Facebook. Tell her I sent her a link. Should be pretty good.
So what does a balanced living and recovery look like? Balanced living involves, write this down, a recovery program that is active but less intense than early recovery. It includes work activities, family activities, social activities with family and friends, time for self-development and recreation, and a time for proper exercise and diet. Oh my gosh, look at the doctor says exercise and diet. So it's a balanced. What did we harm? Think about it. Our bio, that's our body, our psycho, that's our mind, and our social, our bio, psycho, social. How do we fix those things? Our bio, get healthy, eat right, and exercise. Our social, you take time for personal development, learning, retraining the mind. You put that into practice by what? Getting involved back into relationship with friends and family and doing activities, right? Our hike every Sunday is a family activity that we go and have a wonderful time. Today we did 5 miles. We didn't climb very much elevation, but it was a good 5-mile hike. Got to see the forest people up there fighting fires and all kinds of good stuff. And we just chit chat and talk. And it's great time for me and my boys because then they chew on my ear at times, whatever's on their mind, and I get to listen. I love it.
Yeah. Me and Millie had a great conversation about things we wished for.
Yeah.
We came to the conclusion we both wish we were unicorns and could breathe underwater.
That'd be fun.
Because unicorns can fly, have magic powers, and one of the magic powers would be to breathe underwater. I feel like it's legit. It's a legit wish. My niece, on the other hand, may not have had such a great time. It was her very first hike
she did
ever,
good,
but she, like halfway through, she just wanted to sit down and not go any further. But by the end, she seemed pretty like, okay, sweet, we're almost there, having a good time.
I'm like, you want to come with us next Sunday? No.
But she did get us proud of her.
She did way good. So let's go through this again, okay? Balanced living, and we're looking at middle recovery. Pre-crisis, stabilization, early recovery, mid recovery. That's where we're at right now. Balanced living in this middle recovery program that is active, but less intense than early recovery. Remember early recovery? You may have been in an IOP or a treatment facility. I was at one 5 nights a week, 3.5 hours every night, and mandatory AA or NA meetings on the weekends. Good night, Mo. Make us a cake.
Yeah.
It includes, this is what it includes: activities, work activities, family activities, social activities with family and friends, time for self-development and recreation, and a time for proper exercise and diet. Managing stress and resisting the urge for substitute addictions are important issues in middle recovery. Now you're looking at substitute addictions. Maybe what can I do to, maybe I pound a huge cup of coffee in the morning to get that energy because I used to be a meth addict. All that kind of stuff, right? So middle recovery, this is the key point in middle recovery: developing a normal, balanced lifestyle.
Yes.
And we have a special guest for everybody tonight. Are y'all ready for this? What are you doing?
Hey!
What is up? Oh, that's cool.
Sunday night bike ride. You see all the people?
Oh, is that what you guys are doing right now? Holy cow.
Right now. We're all riding. Look.
That's so cool.
Tell us where you are.
So we're downtown Las Vegas, so old Las Vegas, like not the strip, not where everything new is. It's like Fremont Street. Can I turn the camera around?
You just
People
made the
got
whole new stuff.
music. Look at Rob. Look at the guy. You see that big bike?
What? Look at that guy's bike.
What's up, Rob? Hey.
What up?
Hold on. We're going through a yellow light. Oh, hold on. Wait, I want you to see this one bike. Hold up. Let me catch up.
She's in Vegas, Brad. Las Vegas right now.
I don't have a quote for you guys today, but this is Shannon. She puts it on. That's Miss Dawn. She makes it happen. You need to rent a bike. You see her.
Where's the swivel bike guy?
Where is he? Is Henry? That's Henry. I don't think Henry didn't make it today. But dang it, can you see this guy over my shoulder? Am I doing my right shoulder?
Are you on a trike?
Let me see. I'm on this. I'm on a beach cruiser.
Hey, you got pretty good balance.
With the old school brakes on it, making it work.
That is
It's
cool.
great. So we get together every one Sunday, the last Sunday of every month.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and every time there's like more and more people Shannon started this little business out of her house. She's a photographer. 4 bikes just got stolen, so we're on the lookout. I wish you people would keep being rude like that. Don't be rude.
There's your quote of the day. Don't be rude.
And if you need to break into a lock, I can show you how.
Be polite, guide to the right. We follow the rules. We do what we're supposed to do. And I'm so excited.
Awesome.
This Sunday coming up, I'm going to be in Utah with my lovely family. And I can't wait to kiss and hug each and every one of you.
I'm so excited.
That's awesome.
And I'll tell you, thank you. Yes, that's the correct time to pick me up. And I also think I need you to take me back to the airport, please.
That's fine.
Gotta handle a little family business here too, guys. Excuse us.
I'll be there. I was thinking about bringing the slug bug because it's a low rider just for Grandpa to have to sit down in and laugh.
Okay, now we're having a little problems because Grandpa's being a butt because he now has to be in a wheelchair and he's embarrassed that he has to be pushed in a wheelchair. So he said he's not going, then he's going. Today he said he's not going. And the reason is because he wants to ride in the damn wheelchair with no feet. You know the thing that you put your feet in?
Yeah.
So push him in the wheelchair. He has to put his legs up. Then his quads get on fire because he hasn't worked out in who knows how long. So he's 92 and his quads are on fire. And he doesn't want to be in the damn wheelchair. So it's just a whole mess right now. I'm trying my best to smile and just tell him I love him and please come. Gosh dang it. So as far as now, he's not coming, but I'm sure he'll come.
Oh, well.
Whatever happens.
It does. But anyway, I'm so excited to see you guys. You guys are done in like 10 minutes, right?
Yep.
Darn it, because it's getting a little bit darker. Let me see, can I flip this camera around? Let me see if I can flip it around. Nope, that was turning off the camera. I know, you guys can flip it. Well, one more view.
Right on.
Look,
That's so cool.
The stratosphere right there.
Oh, yeah.
See, some people got
Yeah,
coolers. Lights on his bike.
Nice.
Dang, you guys are being kids again. That's freaking awesome.
It is.
Yeah.
You gotta come down. Look at his bike.
Sick. Dude, look at his arms. Jiminy Christmas.
He's like, screw the bike, look at his arms.
Awesome.
Guys, I love you guys so much, and I can't
Okay,
wait
love
to
you.
live with you in person.
See you soon.
Love
Mwah. Love you guys.
Mwah.
Bye.
There's Cassie. She's back at it with her
Yes.
quotes. So her quote of the day was, "Don't be rude.
Don't be rude.
Dang, don't be stealing bikes."
I just want to go on a bike ride, not on a bike.
Brad wants to let everybody know that after this meeting, if you look in the Discord, there will be a late night Zoom. People get on there, and if you have something to talk about, it's a great place to be. If you guys just want to talk and get to know people, that's a great place to do it too. So what did we learn? Middle recovery is developing a normal, balanced lifestyle, right? That's where we're at. Next week, we're going to get into the late recovery period. And that late recovery period eventually turns into the maintenance period. And we'll cover those two subjects next Sunday. Just to let you guys know what's going on here at Recovering Addict, we are in the process of having a building with Recovering Addict as a relapse prevention program, a place you can come after you've done your 90-day program. If that's what you choose to do, you can come and have your first 90 days with us, either way. But we want to focus on after the 12 steps, a lifestyle of living life on life's terms. Monthly, we're going to have activities, whether we go out and do photography and come back and learn how to color and edit, and then we'll go print our pictures and frame them. And there's a picture I took. It's framed and it's beautiful. Trust me, when you take a picture, color it, frame it, and stick it on the wall, it just does something for you, right? And next month, the month after that, we'll do something like painting pictures like we've done back here. Every month, we're going to do something like pottery. Felice found a cool pottery place we're going to do, and then we're going to do hiking, working out. We're going to change our lifestyles and become connected as a family that's going to grow through this community, that's going to continue to pay it forward until obviously the goal of this nonprofit is to put ourselves out of business. And that would be an amazing, something super high to shoot for, but that's what we're trying to do. And the people that we get to help and save and people that inspire me, this is going to keep me rocking and a happy life the rest of my life. And so hopefully I can give back because of how much I've taken over the last 40 years of my worthless, addicted life, right? That's me talking to me and about me, not judging you. So anything we need to...
Just the Zooms after this. Good night, Jeanette. Glad you popped in. Jim spent the day with 4 of his grandkids. Yes.
Heck yeah.
Getting the family together. Yeah, no, just we want to help people learn how to have fun again.
Yeah.
Learn how to have fun without needing something to have fun with.
Yeah. And so drop a goal before you go in the comments. Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. Give us some love before you leave. But drop a little goal. What do you want to improve on in the week to come? My improvement this week to come is to stay solid on my diet. I want to get up. This is how I'm doing it for me personally, and this is what my goal is. I'm going to wake up. I'm going to have my 10 ounces of egg whites. 2-3 hours later, I'm going to have my 1 cup of oatmeal and a banana and 2 scoops of protein. Right before we head to the gym, I'm going to drink about a half a gallon of water, go work out, just like we always do, have a great meeting. And when I come home, I'm going to have 9-ounce chicken breast, a cucumber, and some tomatoes. I'm going to do that all week. And then on Friday night, I'm going to have a 9-ounce piece of chicken and a 5-ounce steak. And then Saturday, I'm eating pizza, Belgian waffles, and cookie ice cream and peanut butter drizzle. That's what I do on Saturday.
French fries and all the stuff.
Fries. But my goal is to stick to what I've been doing. Waking up early, going on a walk, hit my meetings tomorrow, and reach out into our community and network a little bit deeper into the realm of recovery and people that we need to know, and learn how to write grants. We got to figure it out.
Figure it out.
So we will be back Sunday. Jump in the Zoom meeting after this show if you need some support and love. But until next Sunday, do not put your... Oh, we didn't do the Serenity Prayer.
Linky, supposed to remind us. This is our boy Link, if you didn't know.
Millie.
Millie's playing with the dog.
Hello, I'm Link. Where are we at?
Tarzan, baby.
There's our Tarzan baby.
God,
Grant
grant me the serenity
to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference.
Amen. Awesome. We love you guys. We thank you for being a part of our community. Thank you for keeping me going. And if you have any questions, reach out. However we can connect, and just let me know. So, what does Geesh say? Geesh says, I plan to wake up before 6 a.m., maybe limit my coffee and stay positive no matter what. Ooh, stay positive no matter what comes.
Stay positive.
That's a good mindset to go into it, because then any situation that comes at you, you're like already ready. You're like, I'm ready. That's a good intention to set for your mind. I'm going to stay positive no matter what comes my way. Life on life's terms, right?
Yep.
Good night, Joni. Good night, Brad. Jamie, glad you're here. Hope you're getting the most out of this. Take care. Hashir. Awesome. Nice to see you.
Glad you guys are all here tonight.
So next Sunday, we will be back going through more of this staying sober. Until then, do not put yourself in a high-risk situation. Stay strong, work your program, and remember, we recover better together.